If your pepper plants are tall and leafy but giving you just a few scattered fruits, there's a good chance the problem isn't your watering, sun exposure, or even your fertilizer. It's your pruning, or lack of it. One simple technique, often overlooked by home gardeners, has the power to double or even triple your pepper harvest. It doesn't require special tools, and it doesn't cost a thing. The best part? It all starts with how you manage the early growth stage of the plant. The trick is called topping. It's the practice of removing the central growing tip of your pepper plant when it's still young, around 6 to 8 inches tall and before it begins to flower. While it may seem counterintuitive to cut a healthy plant, this early intervention is exactly what encourages bushier, more productive growth. When the main tip is removed, the plant redirects its energy into the side branches, which leads to more stems, more flowering sites, and ultimately, a larger, more even harvest. In traditional garden setups, especially in warm climates with rich soil, peppers tend to grow tall and top-heavy. That might seem like a sign of success, but tall plants often produce fewer fruits because they focus on vertical growth. By topping the plant early, you stop that vertical race and prompt lateral branching. This gives your plant a broader frame with stronger stems, which means more room for flowers and fruits to form, without the plant collapsing under its own weight. Of course, this technique only works well when your soil is ready to support the extra growth. After topping, the plant will need to produce several new branches and sustain them all the way to harvest. That requires balanced nutrition, not just nitrogen for leaf growth, but also phosphorus for strong root systems, and potassium for flowering and fruiting. If you're working with depleted or tired garden beds, this is the time to top dress with worm castings, compost-enriched soil, or a slow-release organic fertilizer. These amendments help build microbial life, improve soil structure, and ensure your pepper plant gets steady access to nutrients without overwhelming it with synthetic spikes. Calcium is especially important at this stage to prevent blossom end rot, a common issue in peppers. If your soil is acidic or lacks mineral balance, you can add crushed eggshells, wood ash, or even just a sprinkle of rock dust to improve calcium availability. A healthy soil calcium level ensures strong cell development in the fruits, and, really reduces the risk of deformities or early fruit drop. Once your plant begins branching out after topping, light becomes another critical factor. Make sure it receives full sun exposure for at least 6 hours a day. The more light it gets, the stronger the new branches will be, and the faster flowering will begin. In areas with harsh midday sun, a bit of afternoon shade can protect young leaves, but you want to avoid over-sheltering. Light-starved pepper plants tend to produce fewer and smaller fruits, regardless of soil quality. Watering after topping should also be consistent. Your soil should stay moist but not soggy. One of the best ways to manage this is by applying mulch around the base of the plant. Mulch helps retain moisture, suppress weeds, and maintain an even soil temperature, all of which support healthy root development and flowering. A ring of straw, shredded leaves, or well-aged grass clippings can really do wonders. So, staking is optional, but honestly it can be super helpful if your topped plant gets really bushy or starts to carry a lot of fruit. Using a soft tie along with a central support, helps prevent damage to the main stem and keeps those branches from snapping in windy conditions or when they're weighed down by heavy fruit clusters. The benefits of topping extend beyond higher yields. By encouraging a more compact branch structure, you also reduce pest and disease problems. Good airflow between branches discourages fungal infections like powdery mildew and makes it harder for pests like aphids and spider mites to hide. Healthier plants naturally resist stress better and recover faster if conditions become dry or overly wet. The true power of this technique is that it's natural, non-chemical, and works with the plant's natural growth tendencies. By shifting how your pepper plant invests its energy early in the season, you build a structure that keeps producing well into the harvest months. For gardeners who want the best return on their soil investment, topping is a must. If you've been disappointed with your pepper harvest before, or if you're new to growing peppers altogether, this is your moment to make a change. Take the time to top your plants, support them with balanced soil nutrition, and watch as they transform into productive machines. You'll be amazed how one small cut can reshape your entire season. If this guide helped you rethink how you grow peppers, help someone else by sharing it. And don't forget to subscribe to Soil Doctor for more down-to-earth gardening tips rooted in biology, not gimmicks. Healthy soil builds healthy plants. And a thriving harvest starts right from the roots.